If I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongrels, these people that are trying to separate us, and it's just not okay.
Did you hear that? You, me, all deplorables. We are the ones dividing this nation, not the people perpetrating false hate crimes on a consistent basis, or the ones that jump on the false hate crime bandwagon without any due process or thought at all.
There are many indications of a hate crime here. They are looking for two suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats, though that has not yet been officially confirmed.
We don't know what happened to Jussie, but what we do know is that racism is alive and well in this country. There is real evidence of people who have done these crimes who cite that the president has inspired them.
The fact that they reportedly said this is MAGA country adds to sort of the atmosphere of menace that African Americans in particular and people of color in general have felt since the advent of the Trump administration.
And the media has really cast so much doubt on his story, which I find so personally offensive, that a gay black man is targeted and then suddenly he becomes the victim of people's disbelief. Why? It's so outrageous to me.
He said his attackers hurled racial and homophobic slurs at him. And this is America in 2019.
So as you all know, we have covered the Jussie Smollett hate crime pretty much in depth since we heard it. We had always been skeptical. We waited for facts to come out. Didn't take long for them to come out, but that's not the reason for this this part of air that I'm using here. The thing about it is there are some major implications, excuse me, about our society, the Democrat leadership, and their base that need to be addressed. Now, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, CNN, BuzzFeed, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, they all did what we knew they were going to do. Jump on the bandwagon as soon as they heard it. As soon as they heard a chance that a Trump supporter hurt somebody that was black and gay and a Democrat, that's all they needed. They didn't need facts. Just like Covington, Kentucky, they don't need facts. The Democrat Party has done away with our judicial system, in case you haven't noticed this. And this is scary, and this is something that you all should be frightened of. The fact that the Democrat Party no longer thinks of due process. As long as the mob thinks somebody is guilty, that's all they need. And that is not a good thing, obviously. Let's say you get caught even in a 24-point racing ticket, but you didn't do it. According to this new system, guess what? You're guilty. You don't get to prove that you're not guilty. You don't get a trial. You don't get anything. As long as the consensus of the majority think you're guilty, you're guilty. This should scare you. This destroys and negates our entire justice system and America's way of life. And that's what the Democrats are all about. They want to destroy America. Now, we know what has happened now. We know the truth, and we know basically everything that has happened. Jussie Smollett hired people that had worked on his previous show, two black, massively buff Nigerians, to perpetrate this. Here's the thing. You would think that with the amount of coverage this got, that Chicago and all of the violence that they have would also be as important to the Democrats as what happened with Jussie Smollett. But you don't hear anything. Chicago had over 3,000 men, women, and children that were shot last year due to gun violence. Now, this is a city that has the most strict gun control. They have been Democrat-controlled for over 20 years. You can see the decline, the destitution, the drugs, the socialism in action. And yet, the Democrats don't care. They don't want anything to do with that. Why would Democrats be so quick to jump on any hint of a hate crime that is perpetrated by Trump supporters, but they ignore the violence, destitution in their own cities, their own counties, their own people? These are questions that every single one of you should be asking yourself. Now, to Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and the liberal mainstream media. How does it feel to hate people of a different color of skin with different ideas other than your own so badly that you're willing to destroy America, lie, cheat, and kill just so you can quote-unquote win and destroy them? How does that feel? Because to the sane world, this sounds a lot like systemic racism, and it sounds a lot like you hate America. These are things that need to be answered. We have been posing questions to Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, CNN, every day, directly to them. Not once have we received a response, and they're not going to respond because they have no answer. These people have no foundation other than hate, and this is something that each and every one of you need to know. And if you know somebody who is struggling with the Democrat Party, send them this video, send them my XM radio show, whatever you're listening to this on, send this to them so they start thinking. Because it's time. The Democrats are on the wrong side of history here, and we are literally in an ideological civil war. Which side are you going to be on?